Tune in this Sunday at 6:30 p.m. with me, Claire Karatu, for a mouth-watering adventure. Pishi Bomba. Cook, eat, enjoy.
This week on Cards with Big Boy Trev, we take a look at the Hyundai Tucson, Korea's answer to the fierce soft-roader contest in the used car segment. We check out its design and styling, practicality, engine performance, and its value-for-money proposition against its well-established rivals like the Toyota RAV4 and the Honda CR-V. Catch this and much, much more only on Cards with Big Boy Trev this Sunday at 5 p.m. only on NTV.
Where did you come from?
Come with me. So this is where the magic happens. This is for you kids.
Taste the magic with our festive cakes from DPL Festive Bakery. Delight with every bite.
This September 29th, witness one of the world's greatest marathons live. Watch as the streets of Berlin come alive when elite athletes and thousands of runners take on the legendary Berlin Marathon. Can records be broken? Can dreams come true? Find out with us. Catch all the action live on NTV. Don't miss it. The Berlin Marathon, September 29th, only on NTV.
Skiza na Nation.
Mama, twende.
Hapa. Jameni, sitoshei.
Ingia tu hivyo.
Why? Nyumba yangu.
Tony, umefuata nini huku?
Nauja mama, niende ndani.
Tony.
Moyo wangu.
Auntie, ni ukweli ama ni drama zako?
Hebu nipepete.
Where did you come from?
Come with me. So this is where the magic happens. This is for you kids.
Taste the magic with our festive cakes from DPL Festive Bakery. Delight with every bite.
Sensodyne gives you long-lasting protections against sensitivity. And people come in and they're like, oh, it works. I can have ice cream and I'm not in any discomfort. I recommend Sensodyne because it works. It's brilliant.
This is NTV.
Well, hello there. Very good afternoon to you. Thank you for watching NTV at 1. We have all the stories making headlines across the country and beyond. My name is Zainab Ismail. Now, we begin in the Caribbean nation of Haiti, where President William Ruto has called on the international community to provide the requisite resources to the Kenyan-led multinational security support mission. Ruto has welcomed a proposal by members of the UN Security Council to expand the mission into a United Nations peacekeeping mission, while promising that more officers will be deployed soon. Brian Mushiri is working on that report. We'll be just getting that quite shortly. Meanwhile, pressure mount on embattled Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua as allies of President William Ruto relentlessly attack him in a seemingly orchestrated plot to cut him from the center of power. Majority Leader in the National Assembly Kimani Ichung'wah and Nairobi Governor Johnson Sakaja are the latest to take on the DP, whom they accuse of sponsoring instability in the country for political mileage.
Wale waliopanga mapinduzi ya kiraia ya serikali tarehe 25 mwezi wa 6. Mnakumbuka waandamanaji waliokuwa wa amani, waliokuwa na hisia mambo ya finance bill, waliingiliwa na wahuni. Wale waliowaleta wale wahuni ndio uliona jana wakianza kuzunguka Nairobi kujaribu kuchochea jamii dhidi ya jamii zingine za Kenya. Na hiyo mambo tunaielewa. Kile wanatafuta ni uchochezi. Waone kama wanaweza kuchochea wa Kenya, wachochee mambo ya fujo na ghasia sababu ya mambo yao ya kibinafsi.
Na mimi naelewa presha yake. Unajua siku ya nyani ikifika, miti yote inateleza. Hiyo presha ambayo yuko nayo na wasiwasi. Ile mambo inakuja kwa bunge, asiletee watu wa Nairobi. Hiyo asituletee. Hiyo adili nayo huko, naombe Mungu wake sana. You cannot go and insult your president indirectly. Unaambia president wako to keep your house in order. How can you do that? Experience is important.
All right, well, away from that, hundreds of locals from Isiolo and Garissa counties converged at Modogashi on Saturday to jointly mark the Day of Peace after decades of conflict and hostility between the communities in the region. The leadership and security agencies in the region called on the pastoral community to give dialogue a chance in addressing the challenges facing the people and embrace peace initiatives in the region. Kevin Mutai has more.
The meeting held at the border of Garissa and Isiolo counties brought a sense of linkage between the pastoral communities in the region. Some of the ills that have been affecting the region includes cattle rustling, fight over pasture, as well as cultural differences that have constantly made peace an elusive idea. Authorities say it is time for change.
Bunduki yanatumika ovyo kupigana na raia anyewe anakuwa na bunduki ambaye abaniko chini ya control, abana chini ya sharia.
But as we speak, they are well managed. We haven't witnessed such incidences for the last 2 years.
The residents acknowledge that peace is fragile and requires collective responsibility in order to promote cohesion and tranquility among communities living in the region where stability has been a necessity.
Kwa nini sasa sisi tupigane, sisi tunafanana? Hadi hao watoto wanasema tunaaibisha hata dini yetu Waislamu. Sisi wote ni Waislamu.
It's the foundation of growth, education and opportunity. Without peace there can be no development, and without peace there can be no progress for our future generation.
The communities agreeing to support ongoing efforts to promote cohesion and integration among the Somalis and Boranas.
So tunataka at least wafanya hao wazee wa usalama ya sehemu mbili yote wawe kitu, na tuendelee mbele kuenda Garbatula, kuenda Irezaboru, kuenda Gafarsa, kuenda Siricho, kuhubiri amani kula mawe kina.
The International Peace Day marks the 25th anniversary of the United Nations General Assembly's adoption of the Declaration and Program Action under the theme Cultivating a Culture of Peace. Kevin Mutai, NTV.
Well, let's go back to the Caribbean nation of Haiti, where President William Ruto has called on the international community to provide the requisite resources to the Kenyan-led multinational security support mission. Ruto has welcomed a proposal by members of the UN Security Council to expand the mission into a United Nations peacekeeping mission, while promising that more officers will be deployed soon. Brian Mushiri has the details.
President William Ruto visited violent-plagued Haiti to assess the progress of the multinational security support mission, where Kenya is playing a leading role to curb rampant gang violence that has ushered years of political chaos and mass displacement. With the mandate of the MSS mission expiring at the start of October, there are reports that the Council has begun considering a draft resolution to extend the MSS mandate to ask the UN to plan for it to become a formal peacekeeping mission. Ruto has welcomed the idea.
On the suggestion to transit this into a fully UN peacekeeping mission, we have absolutely no problem if that is the direction the UN Security Council want to take it.
The United States and Ecuador circulated a draft text that would renew the MSS mandate for another 12 months and asked the UN to begin planning the transition of the MSS mission to a UN peacekeeping operation in order to sustain the gains made.
Subsequent to the United Nations Security Council providing the necessary mandate. And I'm very happy that today I have arrived in this city and the multinational security support mission is on its 100-day presence.
The president in his tour then had a one-on-one engagement with the Kenyan troops in Haiti, where he addressed matters of concern like compensation for the troops.
There are many people who thought this Haiti was mission impossible, but today they have changed their mind because of the progress you have made in collaboration with Haitian National Police. Today there is a lot more confidence that the job of stabilizing Haiti, of dealing with gangs in Haiti and violence, and making sure that we free the people of Haiti from this yoke of underdevelopment occasioned by violence.
After the Security Council approved the MSS mission, Kenya sent about 400 police officers to Port-au-Prince in June and July from an expected total of 1,000. A handful of other countries have together pledged at least 1,900 more troops.
Watu wa nchi hii, viongozi wa nchi hii, wale nimezungumza na wao, wanawatambua kwa ujasiri wenu, utendakazi wenu, professionalism na courage ile mko nayo. Vile niliwaeleza siku ile msiniangushe, mimi nafurahi ya mjaniangusha. You guys are the best. Mumekaa rada, mumekaa chonjo, mumefanya kazi ya maana sana. Na mumepeperusha bendera ya Kenya mahali ambapo wengi walikuwa na taswishi.
The efficacy of the mission has been criticized amidst delays in deployments of manpower and vital equipment needed to fight powerful gangs. United Nations experts on human rights in Haiti say that the situation has worsened, with now about 700,000 people internally displaced. Brian Mushiri, NTV.
Well, the National Assembly says it will appeal a ruling by the High Court which found the National Government Constituency Development Fund unconstitutional. The ruling has thrown the House into a spin as it threatens withdrawal of the billions controlled by the lawmakers at the grassroots level. Legislators across the country continue to oppose the ruling, which said that the fund should cease operations in June next year and that the NG-CDF Act of 2015 undermines the principle of separation of powers. Here is a member of Cherangani.
Sasa kuna wale wameenda kotini na wengine wameleta motion kwa bunge. Wanasema ya kwamba wabunge sisi tunyang'anywe hii pesa ya CDF, ati hii pesa irudishwe kwa national government, ati mambo ya basari itolewe kwa mtu anaitwa mjumbe, irudishwe kwa national government. Nyinyi wananchi Mnakubaliana na hayo maneno? Kusema kweli, ukitafuta pesa ya mjumbe, pesa ya mbunge, utaweza kutrace hiyo pesa iko wapi. Kila mtu anachakuliwa na anapewa majukumu yake na pesa yake. Sasa wakati wa kazi, wacha kila mtu alime mka yake.
And now, following a series of deadly hyena attacks in Juja area of Kiambu County, the Kenya Wildlife Service has stepped up a massive operation to capture and relocate the marauding animals. The operation is a meticulous trap and capture series of events in which officers roam the night in search of the wild beasts. Our team tagged along the night operation in 5 villages, and as Margaret Kimathi now tells us, locals have also been urged to stay vigilant.
Armed with night vision tools, traps and luring devices to capture the hyenas, the KWS night operation begins. The operation comes in the wake of several fatal incidents that have alarmed the community in recent months, the last being the tragic death of a 5-year-old boy in Njoroge Getao, who was killed by the beats in early September.
Tunafanya kama 3 methods ambaye tutaweka ile callback ya kuita visi akuja tukaribie tu dat, tunaweka mteko, tunaweka nyama, tuone kama ataingia. But yote ni kazi ngumu kwa sababu hii wanyama iko ndani ya watu.
A special team from KWS Problematic Area Management Unit was deployed from Laikipia, Nakuru and Nairobi, united to end the wave of hyena attacks that have plagued the area. They set traps in strategic locations at night, hoping to capture the hyenas as they emerge. Once captured, the hyenas will be relocated to areas far from human settlements to prevent further incidents.
Fisi zaidi ya 60 wameweza kushughulikiwa katika eneo hili. Wengine tumeweza kuwakamata, wengine tumeweza kuua.
The residents say these abandoned quarries have become a breeding ground for all sorts of problems, as the hyenas hide there before attacking in the night. They expressed their frustration and called for an immediate end to the menace, which has disrupted their way of life.
Tunakaa na wasiwasi kabisa kwa sababu hata kuenda manyumbani tunaenda mapema. Hatuwezi kaa huku. Si unaona hata hakuna watu. Watu wameenda manyumbani mapema. Hata busheri zimefungwa.
Mimi kama dereva sihisi wasiwasi sababu niko ndani ya gari na fisi haiwezi ruka ndani. Wenye wako na shida ni wale watu wanatembea miguu, wale roaders wanatupakilia mzigo.
Pige doria kabisa na ikiwezekana tuwe na kituo cha hao maafisa hapa karibu na sisi ili tuweze kuwa safe kabisa.
During the day, guided by local village elders, officers have been sealing off abandoned quarries where the animals are known to hide. Area leaders have even handed out torches to residents of Nyashaba to safely navigate their way home in the dark.
Hao watu sababu huwezi wapea bunduki, mimi nimekuja na torch ambazo zitamulika ukitembea kila mahali, tembea na hiyo torch. Sababu ni makosa makubwa sana kukaa tukigojea county government ituwekee mataa kila mahali.
The recent attacks have deeply scarred the community, underscoring the urgent need for effective wildlife management and safety measures. Margaret Kimathi, NTV.
And our religious leaders, and we're going to come to a story on how religious leaders in Bungoma County are opposing a Senate bill outlining radical measures to curb excesses and extremism. After this break on NTV at 1, together with other stories, so stay with us.
There are a lot of things you can pick in life, just not your age or medical conditions.
So hii family iko na asthma, iko na diabetes na iko na arthritis. Itabidi mmefanya medical exam kwanza. Sana kabla mzee afike 60. Na pia preconditions ziko na limits.
If she was getting Shwari medical cover, hangekuwa na easy stress. Cause with Shwari, una access full limit kutumia unavyohitaji. Ukiona Shwari, utawahi sikia Umepitisha limit ya preconditions na bado uko na pesa imebaki. Bonyeza *371# kuchukua Shwari Medical Cover leo.
Kote nchini mbele tuendelee, mbele Kenya twende mbele,
Kenya twende mbele. NCBA, go for it.
Introducing Festive Cakes.
Here are some delightful snacks for all of you.
The Festive Simbella Cake. Indulge in the pleasure of a cone-shaped cake that's bursting with flavors. Where did you come from?
Come with me. So this is where the magic happens. This is for you kids.
Festive Cupcakes. Thank you. Perfect treat to share with friends and family.
Now for your kids' school snacks, hakuna stress.
Festive Pink Cakes. The perfect blend of sweetness and softness.
And now this is for you, Dad, and your office mate.
Festive Pound Cake. This sumptuous cake will leave you craving for more. Taste the magic with our Festive Cakes from DPL Festive Bakery. Delight with every bite.
Usiachwe nyuma. Join us at the Standard Chartered Nairobi Marathon. Register by visiting www.nairobimarathon.com and help us move Kenya forward. Standard Chartered Nairobi Marathon. Run, embrace possibility.
The Magical Kenya Travel Expo 2024 takes place from 2nd to 4th October at the Uhuru Gardens, Nairobi. This year, we have over 300 exhibitors, over 160 buyers, and over 4,000 delegates attending. We have industry topical seminar sessions with industry and academic experts and an exclusive chill-out village with food, drink, and entertainment open to the general public from 3rd October to 4th October. Explore, connect, discover our magical Kenya. Register now to be part of MKTE 2024. www.mkte.co.ke.
Welcome to Mount Longonot Schools, Naivasha, where excellence in studies is guaranteed, where every talent matters, where there is a strong reading culture, and where a child is brought up as a holistic child. Mount Longonot Schools is ahead of the pack when it comes to implementation of CBC. It has a seamless transition from primary school to junior secondary school with excellent boarding facilities. With its weekly boarding and only an hour's drive from Nairobi, a child at Mount Longonot Schools gets the best of both worlds.
Our children are happy to board, and you can talk with your child every day and pick them every weekend.
Mount Longonot Schools is top in extracurricular activities. Students are specially trained in music, ballet, art, drama, public speaking, golf, swimming, and many more. Mount Longonot Schools, Naivasha, celebrating 10 years of academic excellence.
Welcome back. Kenya joined the rest of the world to mark the International Day of Peace on Saturday, with a focus on building resilience and transformation into a more equal, just, and inclusive society. The National Cohesion and Integration Commission, which organized the national commemoration in West Pokot, says ethnic mobilization and hate speech should be things of the past. Our reporter Mashari Mbugua has more on that story at a time of heightened political debate around regional mobilization.
Speaking during the International Day of Peace celebrations theme Cultivating a Culture of Peace at the Kishaunet Showground in West Pokot County, NCIC chairman emphasized on the need for all Kenyans, more so leaders, to work towards promoting peace.
We all carry the responsibility and the civic duty to foster peaceful coexistence, to foster national cohesion, to foster economic prosperity, political stability, and unity among all Kenyans.
Leaders present, led by the West Pokot governor, insisted that the ongoing political conflicts can only be solved in a sustainable manner if the leaders stay away from the divisive political rhetoric.
We have reached peaceful solutions that once seemed unattainable. Through these meetings, we have learned one critical lesson. Peace cannot be imposed. It must come from within.
Niko naelekea kabisa kufunga mkutano ya hoteli. Mikutano sasa nataka ni machifu wangu wako train, wazee ya mtaa, nataka Pokot ya kutoka Kabushir akutana na marafiki yangu ya Kambile wakuwa anaongea na wakipiga story jioni.
Similar calls for peace were echoed by other regional leaders, urging their colleagues to shun from tribalism, stressing the importance of mutual respect among all political figures.
Sisi tunafaa kuwa mfano mzuri. Tunafaa kusimama imara. Inafaa tusimame na wanyonge. Inafaa tuseme ukweli. Lakini isiwe wewe unasimama kila siku na kusema ati mimi ni msema kweli. Na wewe ndio mwongo mkubwa.
Amid the peace gatherings, West Pokot County held its annual agricultural show and trade fair in a bid to promote and leverage new technologies in agriculture and trade to mitigate against the adverse effects of climate change and to improve food security. Mashari Ambowo, NTV, North Rift.
And our religious leaders in Bungoma County have opposed a Senate bill outlining radical measures to curb religious excesses and extremism, coming in the wake of a damning report on religious practices in Kenya. Speaking in Bungoma town, the religious leaders from western counties have questioned the bill presented by Senator Danson Mungatana. They argue that it threatens freedom of worship, full of vagueness and lacks understanding of the constitution and law, while suggesting that it should not be discussed in Parliament. The religious leaders have, however, expressed support for the findings of the Committee on Religious Practices in Kenya, which was shared by former Gashoka MP Mutava Musimi.
Waliohitimu na tukaona ya kwamba hiyo bill iko na makosa mingi sana, ntozari nyingi, na sisi zote tumekataa. Tukasema hiyo bill isiweze kuona lango la Senate ama popote pale ambayo inaweza kupitishwa ikafanywa sheria.
Tunakataa tena kwa maana bili hii hairuhusu kanisa kuhubiri injili vile ilivyo. Kesi ya mtu mmoja ama makosa ya mtu mmoja haiwezi kuchukuliwa makosa ya kanisa lote.
And Kenya joined the world in marking the International Coastal Cleanup Day yesterday with a call to players in the manufacturing sector to mitigate the plastic pollution crisis affecting the oceans. Now, this event brought together stakeholders from the government agencies and the private sector to collect trash from the Jomo Kenyatta Public Beach in Mombasa. Hundreds of volunteers displayed inspiring action in support of the ocean, an ecosystem that is choking from plastic pollution, hence affecting marine resources. The initiative also seeks to rally beach users and those living next to the oceans to improve waste management practices.
And it's an annual event that not only seeks to collect the plastic and all the other recyclable waste from our beaches, but it importantly seeks to shine a light on the problem of plastic pollution. That is not just a Kenyan, coastal, Mombasa problem, but it's a global problem.
It is very important because if we don't maintain the health and the cleanliness of our beaches, then we are going to lose our tourism, we are going to lose our ecological benefits, and that's why we have come together as the community living around here, around Mombasa, to come and make our beaches clean.
Meanwhile, the Kenya Publishers Association is now calling on the government to scrape off the 16% VAT on textbooks as a way of promoting the knowledge economy in the country. Speaking this morning at a media breakfast, the association chairperson Kiaria Kamau said that the imposition of VAT on textbooks only serves to make them expensive and unaffordable to the common citizen. The call comes ahead of this year's 2024 Nairobi International Book Fair, set to take place from the 25th to the 29th of September at the Sarit Center. The book fair will look at preparedness for the CBC Grade 9 transition and other critical issues in Kenya's publishing and education sectors.
The publishers will be exhibiting all their wares, the storybooks that we have published for the last 25 years and beyond, and even the CBC curriculum materials, all the fiction, autobiographies. So come to the Sarit Center and interact with us.
We still keep on getting complaints that the books are expensive. And they are expensive partly because there is a VAT that we load onto the price of the book, 16%. We have been lobbying the government, requesting the government, really talking to the government to encourage wide reading, to encourage a vibrant reading culture by removing the VAT on books so that books.
And as the digital landscape continues to grow, experts in the education sector are calling on the government to rework the education system to adopt full use of technology. This will enable to equip future generations for a technology-driven world. Dr. Christine Nanjala, Dean of Research, Innovation and Outreach Division at KCA University, emphasizes the need for the Ministry of Education to be able to integrate emerging technologies into the curricula starting from basic education. Speaking at a workshop at the KCA University, content creators and captains of technology in education emphasized the need to make sure that all schools are tech-equipped.
Is here with us, and the way it is evolving is fast-paced. So the faster we agree that this is with us here now, the better. So the ministry should actually work around the curriculums to institutionalize the use of this emerging technology.
Especially looking at the generations that are digital natives, they don't exist in a world of rules because they have access to so much information. They don't understand limitation in the traditional languages that we understand limitations.
You have the right to access any information that any digital platform holds about you. You have the right to request that information be changed or amended according to whatever your wishes are. You have the right to ask any media platform to delete all information that pertains to you.
Well, to some sporting action now. Kylian Mbappe scored his fourth goal in 3 La Liga games as Real Madrid came from behind to earn an emphatic victory 4-1 over Espanyol. There was no goal in the first half and the unbeaten hosts trailed 9 minutes into the second half when Thibaut Courtois diverted Jofre Carrera's cross into his own net. But Espanyol's surprise lead lasted only 4 minutes as Jude pass squeezed beneath goalkeeper Joan Garcia. Daniel Dubois destroyed Anthony Joshua's dream of becoming a 3-time heavyweight world champion with a 5th-round knockout to retain his IBF belt at the packed Wembley Stadium on Saturday night. Now, Dubois dropped his compatriot to the canvas in the opening round with a stinging right, the referee delivering a standing 8 count, and the 27-year-old proceeded to tear up the pre-fight predictions as swiftly as he ripped into his opponent. Joshua took another hammering in round 2, but managed to ride out the storm before round 3 came crashing down around him again, with Dubois landing more fizzing fight-handers. Joshua was literally on the ropes before being saved by the bell. After landing a few promising blows, any signs of a fight back faded with a right to the chin that sent Joshua down. The former IBF, WA and IBO champion this time, unable to get back on his feet.
Yeah, they were all saying I was going to get knocked out, and we all saw we got knocked out, and you know, I done the business, and I'm just, you know, I was glad I proved everyone wrong, but this is the start of my journey. This is the start for me.
We took a shot at success and we came up short. And what does that mean now? We're going to run away. We're going to live to fight another day. And that's what I'm a warrior. And also, before I finish, we have to give credit to our opponent as well, Daniel.
All right, that's all we had lined up for you on NTV at 1. Thank you for watching. More news later at 7 and 9. You want to stay tuned for that. My name is Zainab Ismail. Good afternoon.
This is NTV.
Usiachwe nyuma. Join us at the Standard Chartered Nairobi Marathon. Register by visiting www.nairobimarathon.com and help us move Kenya forward. Standard Chartered Nairobi Marathon. Run, embrace possibility.
Nairobi International Trade Fair is on. From the 23rd of September to the 29th, visit the Jamhuri Park Showground, Nairobi. Call us on 0715-760-769. Email on trade@nitf.ask.co.ke.
This week on the Chama Show.
Cha muhimu ni kuwa shirika letu la Muming Sacco ni shirika ambalo halitaki riba.
Nimekuwa nikiapply loan kadhaa ya school fees. By the moment tuko na loan, kuna ya investment, kuna school fees, kuna development.
Sasa hapa ulichukua development ama ya school fees?
Hapa nilichukua development. Hata wewe unaona.
Mumin. Nishikanishie Githeri na wewe na Mumin. Nione hiyo safari yako vile inasonga.
Catch this and more on Sunday at 4:30 p.m.
Where did you come from?
Hamlet. So this is where the magic happens. This is for you kids.
Taste the magic with our festive cakes from DPL Festive Bakery. Delight with every bite.
Good morning, Peter.
We believe in ideas that can change the world.
giver and believer. At ABSA Corporate and Investment Banking, we are invested in your story, and we invite you to write it with us, because your story matters. ABSA.
Cristiano Ronaldo's goal-scoring prowess at both club and international level has left an indelible mark on world football. Ronaldo has broken records wherever he has played, solidifying his status as one of the greatest footballers of all time. And even in the twilight of his extraordinary career, Ronaldo's legend continues to grow.
Where did you come from?
Come with me. So this is where the magic happens. This is for you kids.
Taste the magic with our festive cakes from DPL Festive Bakery. Delight with every bite.
Had there not been an IMF program in place, I think it's not that the revenue push would still have been there. I think it would have been even bigger, because the confidence that would have been that was given by the fund, without that cushion, the signal that the governments would have required to give to markets would have needed to be, if you like, that much stronger. You can always pay debt. A country can always pay debt by driving itself into the ground. And there are plenty of countries around the world which have done that. And what we see is that far from that spread narrowing on the course of the program, it's been widening, and significantly. And it remained wider even after that bullet maturity was refinanced in February.